slick it back, slick the hair back. The mask is back. The Sabres win their third in a row for second time. Almost messed it up. The second time this season. They didn't win 3 in a row 2 times once last year. Who knows if they even did it the year before that? I don't know. Probably. Who knows? But Sabres win, beat Calgary 3-2 in a shootout. What a team win. What a team effort. I appreciate right there in the comments. This is the definition of defense wins championships almost, like, except this is a championship. I thought the team defense was superb. Clogging up the neutral zone, winning puck battles, getting sticks on pucks, controlling your gaps, letting UPL see for the most part the majority of the shots tonight. And honestly, this game would have ended in regulation if not for some BS fluke goal that should have been blown dead right from the jump. That is, I tweeted the goal to our referee correspondent, Greg Day Jr., friend of the program and manager of the Fatty Beer in Lancaster. I said, what do you say here, man, as our correspondent? Like, they should have been blown dead because that's the rule. Like, if it's a coincidental call, you blow it dead. The ref's arm was up in the air before that puck went in the net. And on top of that, Gilbert was trying to get back into the play. So, like, it's one thing if obviously it's a penalty on Buffalo. Buffalo needs possession. No, both teams took penalties. That should have been arm up in the air, blown dead. But I don't know. They let it play on. I mean, we wouldn't be complaining if it happened in our favor. Doesn't matter. It's not like we gave a point away to a division team or a team in the Eastern Conference. We gave a team a point up to Calgary, which affects us literally not at all. So just a big team win. I feel Zach Benson has brought in life to that second line. Has really engaged the front of the net. You see both goals he scored. Bryson gets his first point of the season on just getting the puck to the net, getting the puck in net, and there's Zach Benson finding the rebound and burying it. And then you saw the same thing on Zach Benson's last goal game before. Just being in front of the net, being at top of the blue paint, being there for the pass. That's the biggest difference with this team. The biggest difference is just the mere fact that you are getting that when we talk about that Lindy Ruff brand of hockey, it's going to the net, getting pucks in the net, being willing to take some pain in the dirty areas of the ice in order to win hockey games. You've seen it in teams he's coached in the past, especially teams with this kind of makeup. Like, yes, you have some very hot top end talent in guys like Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, Tage Thompson, JJ Paterka, and Alex Tuck. Like, a couple elite guys there, but for the most guys that, are valued around the league. But you have everybody below them buying in. Yes, you've had to depend on that first line to carry you quite a bit, but you have the third and the fourth line all season buying in and you're getting production from them. You didn't get production, obviously, out of your bottom six tonight, but they helped you in different areas too. They played a very sound defensive hockey game. And, I think Calgary had 25, 26 total shots in net. But after the second period, they only had 11 shots. Yeah, they played some desperate hockey there in the third period. They were throwing pucks and not just hoping for the best. And it worked. It did work. It got them a point, got them to overtime, got them to a shootout. But at the end of the day, like, you just played very stout defensively. You didn't give up much. Again, you're getting in passing lanes. You're getting in shooting lanes. I want to point out in that, I don't know if they showed a replay on Twitter, but when we gave up that too many men penalty there at the end of overtime with like a minute 20 left, Dahlin during that kill, huge shot block on a one-timer. And then followed up by a big save by UPL, and the puck squirts out to the point, and nobody from Calgary is there. It's 4-on-3, so you don't have a point man there. It can't be underestimated how big of a shot block that was by Dahlin, because that could have ended up in the back of the net. That was an absolute cannon, and leads to them getting this to the shootout and JJ Paterka scoring the game winner. I'm going to hit the peanut gallery because I already have like 40 comments in here since we've gone live. From Captain Clutch 28, big W. Absolutely, bud. This is a big, huge win. And I said it to start the show. You didn't win 3 in a row once until I think it was like February or March last season. You've done it twice now by November. What is this? The 9th? November 10th? Yeah, November 9th. So again, you're looking at 4 wins in a row going into Monday's matchup on Veterans Day. That's huge. That's huge. It's against the Habs, a team that you could very much beat. We'll see. I'm assuming they'll stick with the same lineup. Maybe this is a Devin Levi game. I don't know. We'll see. He has played well against the Habs in the back in the past. We'll see. It'd be cool to see him get another win against his hometown. But yeah, this win streak, both of those wins are built off just buying in to what Lindy Ruff is selling. Just, you see guys willing to stand at the top of the paint and just pick up the garbage and put it in the net. You cause havoc. You're cleaning up your own end of the rink. I know we talk about Dennis Gilbert, and maybe he's not the most analytically savvy defenseman on the team, but he takes care of business in his own end. Was this his best game as a Sabre? No, it's not. He had 6 minutes in penalties. I don't know how much time of ice he had tonight. Maybe 12, if I had to guess. But yeah, you want him spending less time in the box, but I don't think it's a coincidence that they're playing this well defensively when you take both Yoki Haru and Samuelson on the lineup, and you insert a lot of life and a lot of energy in Dennis Gilbert and Jacob Bryson, who's played very well. He played very well at the end of last season. I thought that he didn't hurt us at all. He's a small guy, yes, but he's fast. He plays with speed, and he gets the puck up the ice. So I've liked his game very much too. Another comment here from Captain Clutch. Lindy has his team playing a winning brand of hockey for the first time in 5 years? You're right. It is. They're buying in. These guys didn't always buy into previous coaches and what they were selling. Yeah, it was nice to get that close to a playoff spot a couple of years ago, but you didn't. And then the following year, this guy's not buying in to the system that Granato wanted to play. Maybe the system just wasn't built around the strengths of the players you had. That's a game the Sabres lose last year. That's a great point. That is a great point. I don't think they get that game in the garage last year. That game, the team last year gives up that 2-goal lead, and they're deflated. They're giving up on themselves. Not this team. If this team was down 2-0 this game, I think they scratched and claw their way back into that game, just like Calgary did, and still win it in the shootout. UPL was great again. Yes, UPL played very, very, very well. Brick wall. When Calgary went 0 for 3 in the shootout, I think it was Kuzmenko. Who was it? Sherkovich, Kuzmenko, and I forget the other shooter, but he stopped all 3 of them. Could it literally be real? This is the 35th time in the last 3 years I've gotten my hopes up. I'm glad you're keeping count. I think it could be real. UPL savior, first star stole this win. Team played flat, unemotional, too high danger. Kansas. I'll disagree with you there, Mauricio. In the third period, sure, but the opening 40 minutes, I thought were completely controlled by Buffalo. Calgary played much more desperate in the third for sure, but I thought the first 40 minutes was Buffalo, without a doubt. Tuck and Cousins, numerous high danger chances, either miss net or hit goalie. Finesse lacking. Trade. You were all on Cousins' side last game. Listen, not everything's going to be finesse, perfect for 60 minutes every single game. But Buffalo found a way to win. They got this one in the garage. They let them come back, sure. But listen, Calgary isn't a bad team. They started off the season 4-0. They do have some very good, talented hockey players there. They have a very good two very good goaltenders in Vladar and Dustin Wolf. Yeah, I mean, I thought Buffalo was the better team. I don't know what the deserve a win meter would have said in terms of that, because back when they were playing New Jersey and Prague, apparently they deserved to win according to analytics. Those games, even though I think anyone with eyes said no, they didn't. Please don't come out flat against Montreal. I really hope they don't. I want it. Let's get 4 in a row, guys. Come on. Tuck all night missing, needs to stop telegraphing high danger slot chances, bear down. I mean, yeah, but he's having a great season so far, Mauricio. Like, I'm not going to nail Tuck to the cross for missing it a couple times today. They can definitely go 5-1, I think, in the next 6 games. Yeah, they have a very the schedule they have, and I'll pull it up here in a second. I think they have a schedule that really benefits them. You know, you have Calgary on Monday for a chance to go 4-0. Flat. No, sorry. All right, I might mute you here, Mauricio. They won. They won. Canadians, Blue. Oh, you're right on, Cody. Canadians, Blues, Flyers, Kings, Ducks, Sharks. Next 6 got to win at least 4. All 5 of those are very, very winnable hockey games, Cody. I'm glad they won. Please, team played well in first period. Sabres playing in mud the last 2 periods. I thought they were the better team for the first 40 minutes. They played solid first 2 periods, in my opinion. They went up 3-0 and got jobbed. That puck went in. I honestly, I think it did too. It did. Winning games at home, nice change. Yeah, remember how hard it was to win games last season at home, which it was where it shouldn't be hard. Levi plays next game. UPL needs a breather. He's carrying all these slugs, overhyped, overpaid. Okay. All right, I think we're watching different teams, Mauricio. I still see reason to return Joker and Sammy to the lineup. I mean, they'll eventually will get back in the lineup. I mean, you're paying, I think it's Samuelson 4.5. I'm not sure what you're paying Jokiharju, but those are guys that will get back on the ice. I mean, I know you see it on Sabres Twitter that, please trade them. Please trade them. We don't need them. Yeah, you do need them. You need that. You need depth. And it's a nice change of pace to see guys like Bryson and Gilbert slot in the lineup and then go on a little winning streak here. It's awesome. Who is still going to tell Jokiharju never playing again? Again, I think he will play again. Not sure if UPL doesn't get the start. You ride the best goalie for rough, and it's not a back-to-back. No, it's not. But you got to play Levi at some point. I think that he plays well against Montreal. There's a kind of, not that you would need him to have that extra step in his game, extra jump in his game, but it is his hometown. I could definitely see them playing him against Montreal. What's Jokiharju worth in a trade? Probably not a lot, but better. I think he is worth something in a trade. I'm gonna take a break from Mauricio here for a minute. From Trevor, Gilbert over Samuel suck. Hold me now. Little Creed, I love it, Trevor. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Maybe 4 wins in a row ain't so far down. Woo! Oh, I'll never do that again. UPL has a chance to win 10 games or more in November. Who was the last Sabre goalie to win 10 games in 1 month? Maybe Ryman. I would venture to guess you'd be right there. A win is a win. I don't care how you get them, just win. I agree. I think they win 4, but not sure they go 6 for 6 and go for a 9-game win streak. Oh, man, we're really getting out of ourselves. Let's just win 4, and then, we'll go from there. Just on to the next one, right? The Bill Belichick mentality, right? We're on to Montreal. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having depth defenseman competition for playing time will make them all better. I've said that about goaltending. Having Levi there, I think, has helped, make UPL step up his game because he knows that Levi's chomping at the bit to have another opportunity. Levi has played very good games this season. So competition shows you who you are as a competitor, without a doubt. Sabres haven't won 4 in a row since Dylan Cousins was actually good. So probably since the year they came up 1 point short of making the playoffs. Yeah, so I just want to, a couple clicks too for that third line, Zucker, Greenway, and McLeod. I thought they were very good. Greenway and McLeod have found a chemistry together that I think you just got to stick with. Zucker, he's a guy that's proven you can put him on any line and he's going to play well. I've liked what they've brought both offensively and defensively. There were a couple times there, especially in the second period, where they were buzzing quite a bit. Just obviously, unfortunately, they couldn't kick one in there. I'm rocking my Alexei Zhitnik jersey right now while blasting Creed. I need to see a video of that. You need to post that on Twitter, bud, because that's awesome. Do you go back to Kulik? Is Lafferty working? I don't think you change anything about this lineup right now. You keep it the same until it's not working anymore. 0 chance I think they change this lineup. Scored another power play goal. Yes, they did. Finally, that power play is starting to work out, and they're finding the back of the net, which is huge. That being said, Tage Thompson. Tage fucking Thompson, man. That guy is on, he's on pace for 55 goals right now. He has 10 goals in 15 games, 17 points total. What an absolute, weapon. The guy, every time he winds up and you see the torque in that stick, it's going 90 plus miles an hour. I think he's clocked at having the hardest shot in the league right now. Through, I think it's the NHL Edge, whatever it's called. That top line just consistently shows up night in and night out. They may not find the score sheet every game, but they're constantly showing up and keeping teams pinned in their end. And how can you complain about that? Tuck, they just gel together, man. They work. I think Tuck and Tage are always just going to play well together, but having a guy like JJ who just slots in and just does everything right, a great 200-foot hockey player, skates his balls off, just a great compliment to those two players. Zach Benson just doing all the right things to get those two going, Quinn and Cousins. Like to see them scoring a little bit more. But it's a good start, right? It's a great start, and I think Quinn and Cousins are going to feed off his energy. They're going to start finding him more down below those face-off dots. And don't make no mistake about it. Zach Benson is a very talented hockey player. He was picked. I think I want to say it was, forget where he was picked. Somebody in the chat can remind me what draft pick he was, but he was picked there for a reason. Just a very, very, very talented player who isn't even close to his ceiling, not even remotely close. Because when this kid starts to find the back of the net on a more consistent basis, I think you're going to have a 30-goal scorer on your hands for sure. He's a fun player to watch. The guys seem to love him, and he just brings that added energy to a lineup, man. I don't think it's a coincidence that they've won 3 in a row with him back in this lineup. He adds some extra jump to that second line. He's willing to buy into that, just like everybody else, buy into that Lindy Brand style of hockey. And I love what I'm seeing. The kid line 2.0. JJ Paterka was 34th in the second round of 2020. Yeah, I was talking about Zach Benson. Sorry, Zach Benson. I can't remember if he was 12 or 8. I remember a lot of people thought he was very surprised he was there when they picked him. Tage is my Daddy Thompson jersey, just a 94-mile-per-hour rocket, absolute piss missile. Top line scoring threat, second line needs to help with scoring trade. They're not trading Cousins. Even though it was reported today by Elliot Friedman in 32 Thoughts that Kevin Adams has been pretty active on the phones, and he has received calls about both Bowen Byram and Dylan Cousins, who are both honestly playing their best hockey since the start of the season right now. So I don't think that either of those guys are going anywhere. I think Kevin made it pretty clear. He's not looking to make his team worse while trying to make them better. I think Bowen Byram has looked great. That 1-2-on-1 save he made, UPL made on Zari. You can't find a better blueprint of how to play a 2-on-1 as a defenseman than the way Bowen Byram played that 2-on-1. He took that pass completely away. Zari had no choice but to go in and shoot. That gave UPL the ability to come out, get bigger, and make that right pad save and kick that into the corner. It's a difficult save, sure. Some would say maybe routine, but UPL did not have to worry at all about the potential of a pass over there. But Byram took it completely away, and it was just UPL and Zari one-on-one. Looks like Benson went 13th. Okay, so I think he was a steal at 13th, and I think, again, we're not even scratching the surface of the type of player that Zach Benson is and will be. So, yeah, I love what I'm seeing from this team. as just a team that's buying into the coach. And I've said it before, and as great as Zucker has been, as great as McLeod has been, these other role players and how well they've played. Lindy Ruff was the biggest addition this franchise made this past season. So I think that having that guy coat behind your bench, getting these players to buy in and just be accountable. And you see the accountability. You see with Samuelson and Yoki Haru. Like those are, when's the last time you've seen a single player of that caliber, we'll say that caliber, be healthy, scratch this many games in a row under any other previous coach? It hasn't happened in how long? Let's be real. Like what, Jeff Skinner with Ralph Kruger maybe? and he was coming off a 40-goal season. Yeah, I think that the accountability is right there. And that's the thing that he preached as soon as he was hired, accountability. We haven't seen it here in a long time. And that is accountability, making guys watch from the press box, sitting them mid-game. Again, roll another example, and he's done it a couple times this year, is when it is a tight game, not being afraid to double shift your best performing line, your top line. Other players getting less ice time during games. Maybe not even just as punishment, because hey, we're trying to get a win here. You guys are gonna have to understand you're buying into this. We're gonna throw Tages out the line out there again. We need to get a win, or we're gonna throw out Jason Zucker, Greenway, and McLeod out there again because we need to get a win. Those are all just great examples of accountability. Just Lindy rode him. It happens. I'm sorry, I'm missing in the chat. Dolls had the second most time on ice with 28 minutes and 30 minutes, 4 minutes less, brother. I think you guys are talking to each other in the chat, so I'm just going to let you guys chat. But yeah, Dahlin had a great game. Even though on that second goal, I didn't like that he was like literally face to face with UPL there. He needs to be turned around and hoping, maybe block a shot there or get into a shooting lane or make it a little more difficult for Backlund to score there. But I thought Dahlin had a great game too. So, but that being said, guys, Sabres win 3 in a row. Goals coming from Tage Thompson getting his 10th in the season. Zach Benson again scoring second in as many games. Just defensively, this team is holding it together when they need to. And this was a hard-fought game. Every inch of ice out there, they fought hard for it. And even though that third period, you wish they would have played a little bit better, UPL played fantastic, got it to the shootout, and they were able to get in the garage and win one here. And we're looking at hopefully at 4 in a row come Monday against the Montreal Canadiens. That being said, guys, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a great weekend. Go Bills tomorrow. Go beat the Colts. And as always, man, just remember, this has been brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room, with over 300 beers to choose from, and live music, entertainment, trivia. If you're trying to go find somewhere to go out for a Sabres game, tomorrow's Bills game, whatever it is you might be watching on TV, go check out Fatty Beer. Tell them 2 Goalies, 1 Mike sent you. Absolutely great atmosphere and vibes. Dog-friendly bar. Bring your dogs. They have treats right there on the bar for them. If you go to end up in Lancaster, tell Greg Day if he's working the pine that particular night. Tell him Duane from 2 Goalies, 1 Mike said hi. And as always, go. You see it? I did 3 there for 3 wins in a row. As always, for 4 in a row come Monday. Go Sabres!